dive into the odd, obscure, bizarre, and other words for strange world and notable events, weather, and sports, also known as news. I'm Xander.
Golden Loon, part of the weird crew.
Yeah. And UVRU, also part of the weird crew. Thank you so much for coming in and being part of it. Today is, of course, Saturn's Day, aka Saturday, May 23rd, 2026. Let's jump into the news, shall we? Actually, hold on a second. I did. Let's see. So I have a couple things first. Senate approves resolution to withhold senators' pay during future government shutouts. That's a wild thing for them to approve. Like, from OAN here. The Senate unanimously adopted a resolution on Thursday sponsored by Louisiana GOP Senator John Kennedy that mandates a freeze on senators' pay during any future government shutdowns.
Yeah.
Well, that makes sense.
But they never do. They pay themselves.
Yeah. Wow, well, of course they do.
We don't want to not get paid.
Yeah, well,
See, that allows them to, strike stuff. We're not going to pay them because you're not passing our bill, that type of thing. Well, that won't happen if they're not going to get paid.
Yeah. So, this is extraordinary. By making federal closures financially uncomfortable for lawmakers, the bipartisan measure aims to create a more urgent incentive for Congress to pass funding bills before critical deadlines. Well, that's... I don't know what to think about that because, bills are already, they sneak things in and, they don't read the whole thing.
Well, they have a staff and they're required to read them. Now, if they don't, shame on them. And they can always ask for an extension as a group. If it's too huge, you can somehow get an extension if you've got enough. I don't know how it works, but I know they've had, these giant bills that come through and they're going to vote on it in 3 days. Well, that's crazy.
There should be a limit on the size of bills.
Well, good luck with that.
Well, I mean, what do you really need? Unless it's something crazy that you're trying to do, you're trying to pass a small law. Why does it need so much?
It's not just a small law. Obamacare, our whole health system, like that, because all the do's and don'ts and ins and outs and BS that goes with it.
And has it benefited at all?
I think it's hurt premium prices for people.
Okay. Well, that's a whole other topic for discussion, but with that mentality, I would say then that just proves that there shouldn't be large bills. If it requires a large bill, it doesn't need to be passed.
Well,
unless
the
current system is horrible.
Extend, they can always go in instead of losing their pay. They can go in and vote for an extension.
True.
They can always do that.
True. And sorry viewers.
Probably what they would do.
Sorry viewers, I forgot that I had these earlier, so I'm going to add these into the underbar of the description below.
What is it?
This is this what we're reading. The Senate.
Okay.
This link. But all other articles are already down there. All the other ones that we're going to cover here. So there's that, and then there's also. This one was interesting. I didn't look this up. But apparently a woman discovered her husband was cheating on her via her smart scale. It was connected to an app on her smartphone, and it got a reading of 120 pounds at 3 in the morning local time while she was away on a business trip. So unless it's a very skinny man, he's cheating on her. Well, what a wild... this is why...
get on a scale?
I don't know. But
obviously his mistress.
Yeah, but see, this is what I mean when I'm always going on about everything being connected. Everything is literally connected if you wanted to.
Okay, but did it prove out that he was cheating, or was it...
Well, I'm not sure. As I said,
they didn't tell us enough then.
Well, no, I wrote this down. Yeah, no, I was watching one of my video compilations. Here we go. Here's an article right here. So, go away, pop-up ad. This won't go away. Got it. Okay. A woman's digital scale, I checked the digital scales memory out of curiosity, and it showed two unassigned weigh-ins at exactly 120 pounds, logged at 12:25 and 12:26 a.m. back to back. She wrote on her Reddit or something. For context, I do not weigh 120 pounds, and I was not there on that day, just my husband. The couple had already separated after the husband's past infidelity, but agreed not to see other people while working on themselves.
No.
Okay, well then
They're hoping to get together.
Well, they're already separated, so
Yeah.
you know. So
and
she was
working on themselves to maybe get back together.
So that's not cheating, though. They already separated. There is no
If they
cheating.
agreed not to see anybody else, it's still cheating. You're still married, and you're supposed to be working on yourself to see if there's a possibility to get back together. Obviously, you can't. So that's cheating.
I guess you're right. That makes sense.
If you want to put it on a scale, it's 1B instead of 1A.
Yeah.
But still, it's cheating.
You have a point there. So, oh yeah, yeah. I'll just throw this link in as well. Caught cheating via scale. So yeah, that's this link. It's not much of an article here, unfortunately. Well, actually, no. There's more. It looks like. Okay, yeah. There's more. Okay, so yeah. These will be down in the underbar description, after the live stream, of course. Anyway, from here on out, all these are already down there. Moving on up here to Audio Central, the wonder of Zaria, how a 16-year-old youth almost became a member of Nigeria's parliament.
Jeez.
He does not look 16. He looks 8.
Yeah.
And that's a very old 8.
Yeah.
He looks a lot younger than 8, like 6.
He doesn't look 16.
No. The rise of Aben al-Ajabin Zazu, the wonder of Zaria, as Mohammed Sadis Buba came to be known in Nigeria, began last month after a video of his All Progressive Congress (APC) party screening for a seat in the House of Representatives went viral on social media. But what began as inspiration for a more inclusive political scene quickly turned into a nationwide scandal. In his screening video, Buba, who hails from Savangari in Zaria, said that he held a senior secondary school certificate and had previously worked as a driver. He attributed his diminutive stature and childlike appearance to a form of dwarfism, but claimed to be 30 years old. People couldn't stop talking about the wonder of Zaria and how he inspired a change in Nigerian politics, but then everything came crashing down on the chances of him ever securing a seat in the country's National Assembly. In his viral screening video, Buba claimed to have been born on August 2nd, 95, making him over 30 years old, but documents linked to him and leaked online suggested that he was actually born in 2010. So, wow, stupid. Yeah. So, if you'd only just waited a couple more years, or at least been honest. So.
Yeah.
What else we got here? Real life Saitama emulates One Punch Man's training for 3 years with impressive results. This is a popular anime right now.
What's Saitama?
Saitama is that character right here. That's his real name.
Oh, okay.
Or whatever. He's known as One Punch Man, and he's a man and he punches once, and he's so incredibly powerful that he obliterates his enemies in one punch. I haven't seen it. I've seen clips. And I've seen fan-made things and whatnot. But yeah.
What are you talking about?
Well, basically, this is a workout routine based off of this fictional character's actual workout. Because there's actual there's a Batman workout routine. Workout like Bruce Wayne. Do 700 this, 800 that, 500 this. Lift that many. People have actually crafted workout routines to get the build of Batman. It actually works. People have figured this out. So if you actually want to look like Batman, there's things out there online that works, but you gotta put in the work, but there will be results. It's kind of wild. So
I want a workout that'll make me look like the Doughboy.
You don't need a workout like that.
I can eat all I want. That's my regimen.
Well, round is a shape.
That's what I'm going for.
Yeah. But yeah, to become One Punch Man, Saitama did 100 push-ups, 100 sit-ups, 100 squats, and ran 10 kilometers every day for 3 years. Yeah. While the same routine didn't transform the protagonist of our story into a real-life superhero, it definitely made his physical transformation hard to ignore.
Oh, I bet.
So it's difficult to see. Hold on, let's see if I can...
First he lost weight, then he...
I can bigger than him. There we go. This is him on the left.
Originally, yeah.
Yeah, and then this, and then this.
Yeah, first he lost all the weight.
Yeah.
Trimmed up. And then
and then
muscle.
And then got cut. That's wild.
Yeah.
Yeah, Tatsuki began the One Punch Man challenge on April 21st, 2023, when he was 41 years old, 1.75 meters tall, and weighed 74.7 kilograms. He wasn't in bad shape compared to a lot of people his age, but after 3 years of daily exercise, the difference is staggering. He went from looking like an average office worker to a middle-aged Chad with a visible six-pack, genuinely toned physique, and enviable endurance. And unlike the real Saitama, he got to keep his hair. Okay, that's cool. Yeah, it's like One Punch Man is bald.
Oh, okay.
So, but that's remarkable.
Pretty cool. Yeah, well, that's a pretty serious. I don't know how he started off like that, but 100 push-ups, 100 sit-ups, and how far did he run?
10 kilometers. And it's,
Wow.
Push-ups, sit-ups, and squats, and then 10
squats,
and then 10 kilometers every day.
Ooh,
I mean, as I said, you got to put in the work.
Yeah.
You know, but you know, like your limit is only your own. Like doing this show every day. Like you know, it's work.
Yeah.
And unfortunately, it's distracted me from a lot of other things that I really want to be doing, like getting stuff done around the house and everything. But
this show's weekly.
Yeah, well, this one, but the history show every day.
Yeah.
Today we're doing 2 shows and the gym.
Yeah.
You know, so anyway, moving on up, controversial AI-powered pet translator boasted a 95% accuracy rate. Okay, well, you know, it's AI, take it with a grain of salt. Ming Xiaoyi launched pre-orders for its AI-powered pet translator earlier this month, and it has already announced that over 10,000 units have been reserved by pet owners eager to finally converse with their beloved animals. Priced at 799 yuan or $118, that's 118. The device has sparked some controversy on Chinese social media, with some calling it a human intelligence test rather than an accurate pet translator. Well, I mean, you know,
wow.
I wouldn't be surprised if this is just a giant scam. I mean, remember, the pet rock was a thing for a while.
That wasn't a scam. That's
That
what you got. You got a pet rock. You knew exactly what you were getting. That was a fad.
True. Well, you can't really call it a scam, but I mean that really, like, it's really sad how stupid people are. Oh, I'm gonna go buy a rock. Can't you just pick up a rock from the side of the street, glue on your own googly eyes, and there you go?
Yeah.
You know,
no, I agree.
What the hell? You know. So, but this.
And if you ignore them, they'd die of shame or whatever, or you know, geez.
Yeah, or something. I don't. Oh no, you're thinking of Tamagotchis.
I don't know.
I'm not sure.
They're
anyway.
all stupid.
Yeah. Russian church tries to keep Ukrainian drones at bay with religious procession and prayer service. Really? Like they're turning to God to favor them in a war.
I tell you, Ukraine's stunning the world, but they're still in this thing.
Yeah.
They're being aggressive. Well, they've been aggressive always.
Yeah. Well, it says here on May 12th, several priests of the local diocese toured the icon of the Mother of God of Perm through the city, stopping at key points like the chapel in the Banaya Goro Cemetery, the Perm hydroelectric power station, and the cross at the entrance of the Kirovsky district to pray for the safety of the city. And they're going around, they're flinging the holy water thing, all that. Like, this is absolutely
trying to save the city of not getting hit.
Yeah, this is.
And if they don't, it worked.
Yeah. This is absolutely, you know, I want to say this is crazy, but like, at the same time, maybe it's not. You know,
it makes the population of the city feel better.
Well, I mean, like, you know, maybe there actually, like, you know, is, like, you know, like,
could be.
Well, I believe that there is. I know that you do too.
Well, yeah, but that's not this.
Yes.
Do I believe that this is going to save them?
Yeah.
They were destined to be hit, and now they're not. No, I don't believe that.
Yeah, it's just really interesting when people go to these extremes. You know things are bad. So now this one is crazy. I thought you had some bladder issues, you know, a couple weeks ago and everything. I don't want to get into it or anything like that. A 56-year-old man has a 3-pound stone removed from his bladder.
Oh man, how did that get in there?
Like a kidney stone or whatever or something like that, but it just kept building up. Chen initially mistook the symptoms for common prostate-related issues and refused to see a doctor. He didn't want to take the time off his work on the farm and believed he could keep the pain in check with medicine. Unfortunately, the symptoms worsened as time went by. He didn't dare venture too far from home for fear of having to urinate, and he woke up many times during the night to the point where he barely got any rest. Now, I'm only going to show this for a half a second here, but this is the stone.
Oh.
Like, that was inside his bladder.
Wow.
Like,
how did it function at all?
I don't know, but like, and I'm gonna close it because just seeing that is just visceral. But like, you know, what makes a rock, you know, and like, because that's not a stone, that's a boulder. Okay, but what constitutes a boulder? Is it mass? Is it weight? Is it density. I guess density is mass, but
or is it you got a pebble in there and it started growing in there?
Well,
I don't know.
Obviously, it germinated like a pearl
From somewhere. Yeah.
Yeah. You know, so
crazy.
But like, I'm just wondering, like, in actual, because stone is a unit of weight that they used to use in England.
Oh, that's right. Yeah.
So I'm wondering, like, why not rock? Why not boulder? You know, he weighs half a boulder. You know, like, well, how much does a stone weigh? You know, like.
Well, you said
what's
3 pound stone or whatever it is.
Yeah, but what's a stone? What's the difference between a stone and a rock? A boulder is a big stone or rock.
Well,
you know?
I think it's because they found that the term is stone instead of a rock.
But when does a stone or a rock become a boulder? What's the difference? Like, you know, is this a rock and this a boulder? Like, you know, like, what's the difference?
What is it that you pass when you urinate and it's very painful?
A kidney stone.
Kidney. You see, they call it a stone.
Yeah, you're right. Usually, though, that's pebble size. That's not a stone.
Yeah, but this just grew out of crazy.
Yeah.
That's why they call it a stone.
Yeah. Well, I'm thinking about something entirely different at the same time. Like actual, like, rocks, geology, like, you know, not even talking about the urine thing anymore. I'm talking about just actual rocks and boulders out in the ground. You know, like, what's the difference between a rock, a stone, and a boulder? You know?
Your perception.
Okay.
Much it.
Anyway, moving on up, 14-year-old girl allegedly fakes unexplainable bleeding for 1.5 years to avoid going to school. Wow. So I'm not even going to show that image here. It says, popular Telegram channel MASH recently shared the bizarre story of a Moscow couple who had been trying to diagnose their teenage daughter's serious condition for over 1.5 years. The mother said that her 14-year-old daughter suddenly started bleeding one day and her symptoms worsened as time passed. According to the girl's mother, at one point she was bleeding from everywhere, from her nose, eyes, ears, chest, uterus, and even her belly button. Her parents took her to emergency rooms several times, and she underwent several checkups, ultrasounds, endoscopies, and colonoscopies, but they all came out fine. At one point, doctors even tested the girl for cancer markers, but the test came back negative. After 1.5 years of visiting hospitals in search of answers, the 14-year-old's family noticed a particular pattern of the girl's symptoms. She would always get sick around the beginning of the school year in September. Then her bleeding would subside around school holidays and disappear completely around the summer. Putting 2 and 2 together, the parents realized that their daughter was faking her condition to avoid going to school. So she would rather go to the hospital, go through all those ultrasounds and then endoscopies.
How did she get herself to bleed?
Well, there's a photo that I passed because it's a girl's hands holding a big ass piece of glass covered in blood. So I think she was cutting herself. So
okay, let's move on.
Yeah. So
quickly.
Actually, yeah. According to MASH, the girl's mother still refuses to believe that her child would harm herself and then smear blood all over to make it look like she was bleeding from all orifices. But yeah, that's what she was doing. Jeez. So just to get out of school. You know, I'm not a supporter of beating your children, but in this case, I mean, if she's willing to hurt herself, cover herself in blood, go through all the hospital crap and all the probing, like, you're right. She doesn't need sense knocked into her, but she needs something, you know, because that pisses me off.
Because there's some underlying cause here.
Yeah.
Far beyond normal.
Oh, now this one's absolutely horrifying. Bioengineering company hatches chicks made out of completely artificial eggs.
Yikes. How do they do that?
A Dallas-based biotech company claims to have developed a fully artificial egg that allows it to hatch a variety of avian species, which could theoretically allow it to bring back extinct species and help save endangered ones, or clone humans out of nothing. One of the stated goals of Colossal Biosciences is to bring back the South Island giant moa, a 3-meter-tall New Zealand bird that went extinct in the 14th century, also known as Dinornis robustus. Well,
it went extinct. Do we really need it back? It wasn't that great of a bird.
I don't know, but hold on a second. Cabbage Patch Kids conspiracy. Let's see if I can find something really quick about this. Okay, so, let me just. Well, that's 2 minutes. Hold on. So, orphan trains and Cabbage Patch Kids. Well, this is something. This is something to look into at some other point. You know, like, but I'll tell you more about it later. Yeah. Like that Cabbage Patch conspiracy is the first thing I thought of when I saw this, because like basically, remember I've been going on about Tartary and all that jazz. Well, how do you erase history on a scale like that? Well, what they do is like there's a lot of various things they did. Like in old photographs, they whitewashed the sky so you don't see the airships flying around and all that stuff. Now this is all conspiracy and everything. So as I say, don't believe what I have to say. Just use it as a stepping stone of your own self-education. But like then they like anybody who remembered the past, because they put into the loony bins. Because remember, asylums were a big thing for a while.
Oh, yeah.
And well, they rounded people up and just put them in the loony bins and just told everybody else, oh, they're just crazy, they don't know, yada yada, they're babbling on because they're lunatics. And then they repopulated the earth with all these Cabbage Patch Kids, which are basically humans created, from cloning or whatever. And then they just taught them whatever, this is history, yada yada, and then history moves forward from there without anybody knowing the foggiest. It's a whole big thing. Like I very abridged it. Like that was like one ice cube on top of the entire iceberg.
Wow.
If that.
Yeah.
Okay.
One drop.
Yes. But like I mean, there's things out there and there's theories and such that you make so much sense it makes your blood run cold. So like if we can literally artificially create a chicken like because they're like I'm not sure how they did it, if they just matched the proteins and artificially created the DNA sequence to create life.
Scary though.
Or if they're using artificial wombs but actual a seed from a rooster or something. So I don't know, but yeah. Well, no, they can't because this is an extinct one.
Yeah.
So I don't know if they're cloning it or if they're just matching the DNA sequence.
Or they get DNA from extinct bones.
Yeah. Anyway, China builds highest horizontal skyscraper 250 meters above ground. Wow. Located at the confluence of the Yangtze and Jiang rivers, one of the most densely populated areas in the bustling city of Chongqing, the Crystal is one of the most ambitious architectural projects ever undertaken, even by Chinese standards. Horizontal skyscrapers or sky bridges are nothing new. The iconic Marina Bay Sands is a symbol of Singapore, and Beijing's Link Hybrid is one of the most impressive buildings in the Chinese capital, but the Crystal is in a league of its own. It is the highest horizontal skyscraper and one that connects the most vertical towers simultaneously. So, just look at that picture.
Yeah,
that is phenomenal.
That is incredible.
Yeah. So, what else do we got here? Russian Space Agency displays commercial ads on rockets to boost revenues. Wow. It's begun. A bill introduced in the Duma, which is Russia's parliament, last year has allowed Roscosmos, the Russian space agency, to charge major brands for displaying their logos and custom slogans on rockets. Wow. The agency has already completed its first advertising campaign for several national brands, including PSB Bank and Coffee Mania. Now, I just thought of something. Would that make Russia more capitalist than we are now?
I was just gonna say, you complain about our
hold up a
society.
second.
Yeah.
Wow. Now, aren't they supposed to be communists?
Yes, of course.
So
of course, they're not pure communists, but that's their general thing. Yes.
I'm just
so
saying
much for that.
Like I'm reading this, I'm like, why haven't we done this yet? Wait, does that make Russia more capitalist? Well, what the fuck? Ever wonder why NASA never displays ads?
Elon
Yes.
Musk will do it. Trust me.
Oh, well, I'm surprised he isn't already.
Yeah.
But let me read this. Ever wonder why NASA never displays ads on its rockets? Hold on. How about private companies like SpaceX or Blue Origin?
Oh,
it's already on it.
That's funny.
Let's read.
Yeah. Continue, please.
At first glance, it seems like a no-brainer, right? After all, rocket launches are exciting events that millions of people from around the world tune in to watch. And with rocket launches being extremely expensive affairs, it seems like an easy way to cut costs. In reality, there are several reasons for not plastering rockets with logos and commercial slogans. In NASA's case, it's a U.S. government agency and is not allowed to generate funds. But in the case of private companies, the risk of rockets exploding during launch is still pretty significant. The last thing companies want is to have their names and logos associated with this. Yeah. Okay.
That's the next thing I was going to say.
So there we go.
Unless it blows up on you, then you don't want your name.
Did you write this? Wow.
We're slamming the thing.
China's dapper stir-fry CEO operates street food stall in a smart suit. So Xiao Lu started running. Yeah, he started running his family's street food stall when he was 17. His father prepared the ingredients while he handled the cooking, but Lu quickly realized he needed something to set himself apart from the many other similar stalls in the market. One day, he put on a vest to add a touch of class to his attire, but the feedback was so positive that he eventually ended up donning a full business suit. So, yeah, now he's just there, like.
In a small restaurant, a talented chef starts preparing his special chow mein. First, he pours oil onto a hot pan. As soon as the oil heats up, he cracks an egg into the pan and quickly fries it. The delicious aroma instantly spreads through the restaurant. Next, he adds finely chopped cabbage and stir-fries it on high heat.
Like,
After that, he sprinkles in some...
But maybe if it's enough of a gimmick, he can afford new suits, So.
Yeah, he sends them to the cleaners. He has 2 or 3, and you send them to the cleaner.
Yeah. The world's largest radio-controlled Airbus A380 jet is bigger than a full-size Cessna plane. This is an aircraft.
Yeah.
So RC plane enthusiast and popular YouTuber Rami RC recently unveiled the most impressive creation yet, a 1/8 scale RC model of the Airbus A380 airliner. The massive aircraft fuselage was cut out of a giant foam block and reinforced with fiberglass and carbon weave. The 4 250mm motors sitting under the wings are capable of lifting this behemoth off the ground, despite its 800-pound weight.
Wow.
And actually, there's a video here, so I'm gonna load this up here really quick.
Pretty talented guy.
Yeah. So this is a remote-controlled aircraft. Like, actually, right here, it shows him next to it. If the damn video will load. So, come on. Load, you fuck.
That the guy's Mike and his guy spent how long? A month?
I mean, that's
month and a half.
Probably legitimately big enough.
Of course,
I mean, you can fit a
now,
couple people in there, and you could probably fly them. That can probably be like a human-sized aircraft, legitimately.
Well, now you're going to get into all kinds of rigs.
Well, yes, but I mean, aside from that, you're on the way. Like when a model plane gets big enough to actually become a functional vehicle, you've gone over the line.
Yeah,
and that's wild.
I mean, I don't know how far in front of it he is.
Like it's a big aircraft.
Yeah. So.
Moving on to UPI, equine extraction. A stuck pony rescued from a tractor tire. How'd he get in there?
Yeah.
The RSPCA Animal Rescue Officer Nicola Riley responded to the property in Stoke-on-Trent, where the pony was found on its side, trapped inside a tire. Local residents helped lift the tire while Riley worked to extract the equine. They stayed with the pony for about an hour after the rescue to make sure there were no lingering effects from the ordeal. Wow. So how did it get in there?
Good question.
That's crazy. We also have man puts on a record-breaking 32 shirts in 1 minute. Does he look familiar?
Is that the Rush?
That's the Rush, whose previous T-shirt related records included the most T-shirts put on in 30 seconds and the fastest time to put on 10 T-shirts, tackled the title for most T-shirts put on in 1 minute by an individual. Why do these records exist? Rush said the record has its own unique challenges. Quote, the issue is how quickly the mechanics of this break down. Once you get past the 10th shirt, you are not just fighting the clock anymore because you are fighting the fabric. Each layer compresses and your arms lose range of motion. You are essentially wrestling a straitjacket.
Yeah.
End quote, Rush. Yeah, the more mass.
Yeah, of course.
So.
Yeah.
But yeah,
so this is where it became the world's fastest dresser.
So
now I'm obviously in a closet, so that makes sense in one hand because you can dress in a closet if it's.
Here we go. Trying to find footage of him
To minimize the movement.
doing that.
And so I wanted to get all the T-shirts really close to me, and so I wanted to figure out what is the best way to go about doing that. Because you got to minimize.
Wow. Well, you can't hush the rush. So, meteor lights up the sky over Australia's New South Wales. So the evening sky over New South Wales, Australia was briefly illuminated by a meteor that caused a bright flash as it streaked across the sky. The fireball was spotted by multiple witnesses at around 6:30 p.m. Wednesday in Sydney, Canberra, and across New South Wales. It even streaked across the sky over Australia Cup qualifier between Canberra City and Canberra, Croatia, right as the kickoff time in Canberra. Wow, that must have been awesome.
Yeah.
Kickoff time and
Yeah.
So.
Yeah.
And God's watching the game. Better do good, So, it's pretty cool. According to research, favorite and niece among Stadian's most misspelled words. So, people don't know how to. among the
we
word
said
favorite.
Okay.
The word favorite, the word niece are several words
Okay.
that are among the most misspelled
Yeah.
in the country.
Okay.
The analysis found the most searched words was bogey, followed by favorite, through, business, tomorrow, because, definitely, beautiful, niece, and separate.
Wow.
Yeah, websites unscrambler.com conducted an analysis of Google search data from January 1st through May 18th. The researchers used search data from Google Trends for how do you spell blank and how to spell blank, and used marketing and SEO platform Ahrefs to find the number of searches for each inquiry. So
That's weird. Very common words.
yeah. Well, I mean, why should anybody be literate?
Yeah.
They can literally just say, "Hey Alexa, how do you scramble eggs?"
Yeah.
Well, pretty soon now it's going to, "Hey Alexa, make me scrambled eggs and deliver it to me on my bipedal robot as I sit my fat, useless ass down on the couch and watch Netflix." Like, we're heading towards Wall-E, people, and it's terrifying. Mysterious roof poops lead California man to mountain lion encounter. Oh, what the hell? A California man who noticed mysterious feces on the roof of his guest house ended up in a close encounter with the source, a mountain lion. Bill Dabney said he spotted the unusual droppings on the roof of his guest house in Pasadena, and it was immediately clear that they were not from a bird. He said the presumed source of the mystery droppings soon made itself known. The cougar's May 3rd visit was recorded by his home security camera.
New video today of a mountain lion that showed up outside of the home of a Pasadena family earlier this month.
The rare sightings put it
staring at me. Yep, he was about 10 yards away from the #1 suspect in the #2 caper.
He was in the
Wow. So, if you find weird poo, call animal control or something.
Well, see, Pasadena goes right up against the hills.
Yeah. Sold truck remaining at Kansas dealership due to robin's nest.
Sold? What is it?
Well, like somebody sold a truck.
Oh.
But because this bird decided to build a nest there, now because of laws, you can't move it because you can't disturb the nest. Maybe it's a protected endangered species. So now this guy's out a truck. That's bullshit.
Yeah.
A Ford F-250 sold by Kansas dealership is remaining at the facility for the time being due to a robin's nest on the pickup truck tire. The Olaf Ford Lincoln dealership revealed on social media that an employee recently noticed a mother robin building her nest right atop one of the truck's tires. Well, I'm sorry, but if you're gonna allow it to do that, what's stopping that? The offspring from starting to build nests, start realizing that parked cars, we can build nests, and then we start having problems with birds building nests on parked cars because they're learning that.
Well, let me ask this: was it someone that couldn't take his truck, or is it the dealer that couldn't sell it?
It says here the dealership said it is unable to move the family as active robin's nests are federally protected.
So they can't sell it yet until.
No, they sold it. That the customers who purchased the truck have been understanding about the wait for their new vehicle. So
okay.
I wouldn't be understanding. I bought the damn truck.
Give me another one.
Yeah. Or refund my money. I'll never do business with that company again. That's ridiculous. World's largest bowl of guacamole mixed up in Mexico.
Oh.
The 13th annual avocado festival in Citaro, Mexico, saw a Guinness World Record broken in the form of 14,991 pounds serving of guacamole. We're gonna need 2 bags of chips for this.
The big ones.
Yes, like this.
Yeah.
The record attempt, organized by the local plant health board of Tanciatro, featured more than 1,000 local growers and residents working together to mix up the massive bowl of guac in just under 2.5 hours. The previous record of 10,961 pounds was set in Peruvian, Mexico, in 2022. Tanciatro had held the record prior to 2022, so they're now forming a city rivalry over guacamole. But hey, they can always sit down and talk and dip, So, that's awesome. Ohio family sends Sleeky down a record-breaking 53 stairs. Wow.
Oh, wow.
So the whole bleachers right there. So, yeah. Joe and Christelle Loschliger visited Otterbein Stadium in Westerville with their 5-year-old son, Axel. That's an interesting name. To attempt the Guinness World Record for the most stairs descended by a Slinky. So yeah, sounds like they're working on it. So they had selected a 6-inch rainbow slinky in the further attempt and managed to set it down 53 stairs. enough to take the record from Marty Jobson and Hugh Hunt, who set the record at 30 stairs in 2014. So, it has now been confirmed. So,
they blew the record out.
Oh yeah, but it has to go through officials.
Yes, of course.
So it has now been confirmed as an official world record by Guinness World Records.
Yeah.
Okay. So, live frog found inside bag of lettuce from grocery store. I've been hearing a lot of things about things like this. Like people are finding, in their spinach and their salad, like live frogs or insects, or so every time we get a salad, like a bag of salad, we really make sure. Now
I'm worried.
Yeah. Well, it says here. Laura Jones and Billy Lepine, who are originally from New Zealand, said their roommate returned to their Esperance home from a trip to Woolworths and called their attention to the bag of lettuce he bought. They posted a video of the frog inside the bag to TikTok, where it racked up millions of views. He estimated the frog was about the size of his palm. The frog, which a resident named Greg, was released into a local dam along with his lettuce.
That's pretty big, the size of your palm.
Yeah.
Let's go to WA now, where a video is circulating appearing to show the discovery of a
there he is. Hold on, let me bigger this here.
Frog
you see him right
in a
there?
sealed lettuce bag.
That
Billy
is pretty
Lepine
big.
and Laura Jones join us.
I mean, what happened to quality?
And he's green.
Yeah, but what happened to quality control?
No kidding.
I understand things are going fast,
Yeah.
But I mean, this is happening quite a bit. For years I've been seeing, and it's not just one picture. It's been different brands, different bags, different cities and everything. There's a serious problem with frogs and insects and spiders and such. Somebody found spider in grapes. I found an image of somebody finding a spider in their grapes. Right here. See that? There's a black widow in your grapes.
Yikes.
That's not good.
No.
Then again, it could have climbed in through that big ass hole very easily.
Yeah.
But still, that's scary to think that you're gonna be cleaning your grapes and get bit, and black widow, bites. They're no joke.
No. Your granddad got bit by one once. He got really sick.
Yeah. Well, what's her face? Don't mention her name, but she got hit by a brown recluse. Remember?
Ooh, yeah.
Yeah. So
she claimed.
Yeah, well, I don't have any reason not to believe her. Lawn mowing speed record broken in Kentucky. So, Hallie Reichman, a turf care influencer known as the Lawn Queen, drove a mower provided by power technology company Radco to mow the turf mutt Great Lawn at Louisville's Waterfront Park in 14 minutes and 51.06 seconds. The Saturday event broke the Guinness World Record for the fastest mowing of an area the size of an American football field. So, all right. What else do we got here? Concrete-covered owl returned to the wild after feather surgery. So a great horned owl found covered in concrete was released back into the wild after undergoing surgery to replace its damaged feathers. The Best Friends Animal Sanctuary in Kanab brought the owl to its Wild Friends Rehabilitation Center after it was found with 25% of its body covered in concrete inside a mixer in St. George in November. So it must have flown in or something to roost through it. And flooded around, got concrete on it and everything. So, concrete owl's feathers. All right. So it sounds like it's back to just by Return to the Wild. So that's good.
Yeah.
So good ending. Anyway, that shall conclude the episode. The news today. Once again, please check the underbar of the description for any links that you may find interesting and not limited to all things Omni Coalition. For your dose of different, odd, and unusual news, also known as notable events, weather, and sports, we stream every Saturday at 3 p.m. Pacific Time, 4 Mountain, 5 Central, and 6 p.m. Eastern Standard Time, respectively. We do have other shows. We have a history show in about an hour and 20, so we got to really book into the gym here. So, for all of you and all of us, I'm Xander.
Golden Loon.
And UVRU, until you catch us next time, next Saturday, or, in an hour and change from now. Don't forget to look right and left at every intersection, rate 5 thumbs, and subscribe.